What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back here with another Godzilla figure review, guys. Today we're taking a look at, from Bandai, their Zilla. We finally have it here, their take on Zilla from the 1998 American Godzilla movie, obviously moved over into Godzilla Final Wars. It's about time we got this figure, and I'm super excited to dive in and check this guy out. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Oh my God!
And we are back. First things first, let's go ahead and take a look at this tag. So, here it is. Gonna have the 2024 logo in there. Zilla 2004 in there. And it's cool to see they used an image from Final Wars. Back of the tag also has the Final Wars logo, Bandai Movie Monster Series, interior of the tag. And they did, of course, cut the tag out to kind of mimic his little spines, I guess. They did a decent job on that. So, a cool little tag. Mine definitely got a little bent in shipping, but that is what these are for. We're gonna go ahead and sleeve it. Alrighty, tag is all sleeved up, looking good, and let's jump into the figure. So jumping right into Zilla, taking a look, starting off at the bottom. I was actually pretty surprised at how nice the paint on the toe claws looks. You can obviously tell that it just kind of they just sprayed the top, because it does kind of bleed into the top of the foot a little bit, and you can tell it's not quite a clean line, but it definitely looks pretty decent. Back is the back claw is the same. I'm actually very surprised that this toe claw got painted at all. Underside of the paint did not get painted. Underside of the figure is not having any paint. Detail on the foot looks pretty good, actually. Some decent texturing coming up. Moving up the shin, we do have some more leg texturing, and that top piece on the thigh follows the figure all the way up. But then moving on to the side of the leg, it just has nothing really. You know, there's a tiny bit of, just peppered texture on there, but really it's a very bland piece that, side of the thigh there. The midsection, kind of similar. You got some kind of gill-looking areas there. So there's some detail on the side of the figure, but that's about it. Abdomen of the figure, fairly not detailed. Underside of the head has a little bit of good detail. I like that they did a good job capturing his little jaw spikes, whatever you want to call those. The chest has a little bit of detail there. Same thing with the legs as the arms. Definitely just a little bit of detail. Again, got the texture on the shoulder, back of the arm. Underside of the arm has a little bit going on. The hand, similar to the foot though, looks very good. Really good detail on the hand. Underside of the hand even has a little bit going on. They did kind of seemingly miss, they didn't really get a finger tucked in there. So I'm not sure actually what that is. I'm trying to remember how many fingers he had. Looking at the tag, I think he is supposed to have a fourth finger kind of coming up on the top of the hand, so interesting there. But there's that, the fingers are painted fairly well again. And let's check out the face and the spines of Zilla here. Head looks pretty okay from the side. There's, got some, the detail on the neck looks pretty decent. Good detail on the side of the jaw, moving down the bottom of the figure. We do get a painted tongue. Top of the mouth has a little bit of detail on the roof there. Teeth are, interestingly enough, almost painted the same color as the tongue. Kind of that pinkish almost. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up as much as real life is, but the teeth are definitely kind of having a bit of a pink hue to them, similar to that tongue. Got a nice orange eye there. Eye is painted fairly accurately, so that's good. Other side of the eye, also good. And the face looks pretty decent, I think. Could have some more detail, could have some more paint. Really what I think this figure is missing is a second shade of greenish mixed in to kind of balance out the rest of him, because he's a very, very single-colored figure for the most part, aside from, the couple details on the face and hands. And then we got the spines, and this is something that really bums me out, because they chose an actually really, really nice color for these spines. I really love this kind of metallic light blue. Comes through really well, shines really great. But look at what the section they painted. Right there. A tiny bit bled up into the back of these these little spikes on the back of the head. And then there's nothing on the tail. The entire tail is unpainted. So definitely a little underwhelming there. I wish they'd given us more of this, because this paint color they chose is actually really gorgeous. So I really am disappointed that they couldn't have highlighted all the spines all the way down. Similar to a couple other figures Bandai's released recently, I think it sets itself up very well for repaints. I'm definitely excited to start seeing some fan repaints of this guy, because I think the sky's the limit. They're going to be able to do some really, really cool looking things with the repaints. Articulation-wise on this figure, we do obviously have that arm articulation, easy 360 there. Another easy 360 on the legs. This tail joint is fixed, and then the rest of the body is just one piece. They printed this whole piece out of one mold, so no joints on the, no jaw, or no head articulation at all, or body articulation of any kind. So just the 4 points of articulation, seemingly getting more and more standard with Bandai. Just the 4 points, arms and legs, no head, no tail. I remember when head and tail articulation used to be pretty standard. We used to get 6 points of articulation at least. It was pretty standard on a figure, but definitely seemed to be steering away from that so far. Something that does stand out to me right away off this figure, it's low to the ground, which makes it look really long. So busting out some size comparisons here, I wanted to grab, this is the 2005 version of Final Wars Godzilla. So obviously, but looking at their tails, they're very similar length tails. Godzilla's is actually longer. But Zilla looks so long because he's so low to the ground. He does not stand very high off the ground at all. You can see, he's in the 6-inch scale, and he's, 2 inches shorter than Godzilla almost. So definitely a very small, kind of low to the ground figure. Not that that's a bad thing. I think they did a decent job. The size comparison here looks fine. I like that. I like that he's, smaller. I could go with if he was a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I think they did a good job capturing the size comparison. One more figure I just grabbed off the shelf to compare him to is the new figure from Bandai, the new Monster X 2023 version. Came out last year. Obviously, I had my thoughts on this figure, but I just wanted to show the size comparison of the two. So there's Zilla standing next to Monster X from Bandai. So that is Zilla from Final Wars, based off of Godzilla 1998, from Bandai for you. I really wish we had gotten, because the Bandai's original plan was actually to do every monster from Final Wars in the 8-inch scale when they were originally starting to do all the Final Wars figures in the 8-inch scale. So I think originally on their docket, this figure would have been on their to-do list in the 8-inch scale. And that was back when Bandai was really cooking, giving us figures that looked beautiful. That's where we got the gorgeous Monster X from. Kaiser Ghidorah, Godzilla even looked great. Like, everything in that 8-inch line looks so good. So I really wish we could have gotten a Zilla in the 8-inch line back when Bandai was really cooking, because I think that figure would just have looked amazing. But anyways, this figure, definitely about as expected. Pretty good, pretty solid figure. I'm glad we got it. It's about time Bandai did something in the Movie Monster series for Zilla. So I'm definitely appreciative that we got this figure. Excited to have it on the collection in the shelves. Definitely a good addition. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this figure in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.